Modular vises are extremely versatile and because of their low profile very useful on hobby CNC routers. They're also rather easy to make, but there are two important features they must have in order to hold parts securely. If you want to know which ones, watch till the end. Hello and welcome to my channel. I made my modular vises for a metric 25 by 25 mm grid fixture plate, and they prove to be very useful, especially when I have to hold parts that are too uneven for vacuum holding and cannot be fixed with regular clamps like in the example in the intro. But my mineral cast router has a 50 by 50 mm grid pattern, and those vises won't work with it. So I decided to make some new ones, same principle but slightly larger, so they fit the wider pattern. The base parts and the jaws are made out of 80 by 20 mm flat bar stock, out of A303 stainless steel. The first pairs I made a few years ago were made out of 7075 aluminium, but they wore out after a year of usage or so, and it was not possible to apply enough clamp force anymore. The design is quite simple, basically 4 rectangular parts with a few countersunk holes and threads. I faced the parts, milled the outer contour, bored and drilled the holes, flipped the parts and faced the head. And here are a few impressions of my machine milling stainless steel. Please keep in mind the spindle only has 4 kW, so chip load is rather small. Okay, let's see how you can fix such a sketchy offcut with two sides that are not really parallel to each other securely on the table with the help of these modular vises. The first thing is to bolt the fixed end to the table, and I'm using these dowel pins here to get a perfect alignment, perfectly parallel to my grid pattern. And once that is done, I can bolt down the fixed end. And with the POM table, it's always a good idea to use longer screws. Okay, that's number one. The benefit of these modular vises is that you can place the loose jaw wherever you want. So you have theoretically a very long distance where you can place parts in between. And the loose jaw is not only a loose jaw because you can place this freely here, but it also, the jaw itself and the bases to each other is loose. And this is one of the key features of this type of vise, because what happens now is that we put this part here, do put this one here, and what you have to do now is you have to push the bases to the front, to the very front. Yeah. Then I take these parts here, and I have made a difference between left and right with different size of those chamfers here. So maybe just to show you again that this has so you have the possibility to wiggle this around a little bit. So again, I'm using this one, and then I'm placing this part against, and I'm pushing forward, so it goes all the way to the front. Then I need to secure, fix these bolts. So at this stage you can still take it off. Huh? But once those bolts are fixed, what happens now is that this part is pushed to the front. And you can see here right now is a large gap between the bolt and the countersunk. Which now gets smaller and smaller. because the part is being pushed to the front. And now this is rock solid, yeah. So you cannot move this anymore. And this is how you fix these kind of sketchy parts with the help of a modular vise. So there are two key features that make this happen, and they lie within the loose jaw. I can show you how this works. So first of all, if we take this out, what we see is there's a long hole in here. Yeah, I think you can see that. And that gives it the possibility to slide forward. But the countersunk is not a long hole. And that's why when the bolt is like this and it goes in, it's going to push the jaw forward. And the second important feature is, in order when the jaw moves forward, so the base doesn't move back, those two small plates, these two small plates, they prevent that. And there is one key feature in them, and that is, I think you can see that here, they have an angle, yeah, so they're angled by roughly 10 degrees, and the same here, you can see that as well. There is an angle here, and this cannot be pushed in this direction because of this angle. And this securely fixes the base to the bottom, so to the table. And this feature here secures then the workpiece in place. There's one thing I would like you to notice, and that is these parts here are made out of stainless steel, but even here you can see there's some wear here right at the front. So I'm not sure if you can see this very well here on the video, but that circle is not perfectly round anymore because this is constantly pushing here in this direction, and it even deforms the stainless steel a little bit. Here it's not so dramatic, yeah, so they will still last a very long time, but I used to have my first version of these modular vises was made out of aluminum. It was made out of 7075 aluminum, so which is the hardest aluminum that you can get basically on the market. And the wear on the countersunk was dramatic, yeah, let's put it this way. And after basically 1 year of usage, they became useless because the bigger the wear is in this area, the less force you can apply in this direction. Yeah? And so if you see someone who's trying to sell you these modular vises out of aluminum and not out of steel, don't buy them because they won't last very long. So, talking about buying. These modular vises were designed by John Saunders from Saunders Machine Works. So if you are interested in them, I would really recommend to buy them from him directly. The only reason I made my own is that I live in the metric world and his vises are made predominantly to fit fixture plates with an imperial pattern. He does as well a metric version, but that is for M6 bolts, which I personally find too small. Nevertheless, his prices are absolutely fair. Having made a few myself over the past years, I can say that it is not cheaper to make them by yourself. So when imperial is fine for you, or you hesitate to mill steel, I can really recommend to get them from S&W. And please note, I'm not sponsored at all, this is just my genuine opinion. When you made it that far into the video, well done. Now you can give it as well a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And please let me know in the comments below what you think about these modular vises. Stay tuned and see you next.